I can't see it. Alright, I just gotta trust that it's working. What's up, guys? We are here at the gym today. I did not initially plan on coming today, but I got the itch, so we're gonna go scratch it. Today I'm thinking of doing back and biceps and just kind of like a fun dick around kind of day. The gym is empty. It's like 3 something on Saturday. Dude, there's like probably 20 people in here total. So we have pretty much free reign to use whatever we need. And again, that's not really been a problem since I started going to this gym. This is the Powerhouse gym that is located in Tampa, Florida, off Hillsborough Avenue. So we're here. I'm going to start off doing this, and then do some bicep stuff, and then, yeah, kind of just winging it here today like we do all the time, but exceptionally more so today. What initially got me here is the thought of doing some hammer curls. Hammer curls caused this. Why? Because I kind of want to work on my biceps a little bit, and I tend to always work on the inside of my bicep, the inner bicep, but not so much the lateral side, the outside. And the brachialis is responsible for giving you a nice beefy bicep from the front. So we got the peak, right? We got one of those, but we need to get some width. So that's what I'm going to kind of do today and moving forward. I want to try to bias that part a little bit more just to make a more well-rounded package. That's a cool shot. All right, boom. We're starting off with this thing, this assisted pull-up, because I want to be able to do more reps than I normally can. I can do a regular pull-up, but only a couple. So I want to get a little bit more out of that. Woo. This might be a little bit too much assistance. It's a nice cloudy day here. Woo! That was a grind. Ugh. Probably gonna do 4 sets of this. I don't know why. 4 is just like a number of sets that I like doing. Of course, we had some Total War pre-workout that they had up front. I'm already starting to feel the tingles. But we got our handy dandy Kratom. I might also dick around with the camera settings just to get something. I saw a video that was showing you how to get more cinematic video on an iPhone. So I want to dick around with that, just see how it looks, see if I like it, play around. Boom. My hands are kind of going, I wouldn't say exactly numb, but they're feeling kind of floaty. Ooh. Our lat pull downs, you know, you might say, couldn't you do lat pull downs instead of this? Yes, but pull-ups develop your back much better than just a pull down. When you're doing a pull down, you're in a fixed spot, and you've got the pulleys and cables and everything. And yes, with this assisted, you have a band. But if you just take a normal pull-up, it's just you. Like, it's You got to pull yourself up. And there's so many different muscles that get worked when you do a pull-up. When you're doing a pull-down, yes, you could focus on the lats maybe a little bit more. And honestly, your entire back is, well, I wouldn't say your entire back, but you're going to use a lot of your back muscles. But pull-downs are easier to do. More people can do pull-downs than a pull-up. So if you're like someone that's maxing out that pull-up machine, and I would argue, I don't know, you might be doing something using momentum or whatever. But regardless, you need a challenge, do pull-ups. It's also a good way to like start your back day. It's gonna warm up your biceps, it's gonna warm up your back, and you could do a shit ton of reps assisted with lightweight, or you could just go balls to the wall. 2 more. Oh. Okay. Whew. Boom. We're gonna move on from this. But I'm feeling pretty good. My back right now, I'm feeling the blood starting to flow. It's definitely going away from my fucking hands, I can tell you that. But we're building. We're building. There's also some pretty cool, you can't even see me. There's also some pretty cool shit around here. Like, we got this. This is pretty neat. I don't know, something about like being around this stuff. And I don't plan on competing ever really. You know, I just don't think I'm gonna do what it takes to compete. But nevertheless, it's cool to be somewhere where you have things like this. It's pretty motivating. Gonna move on to lat prayers with this little V-bar. Haven't used this before, just did a couple reps, and that actually felt really fucking good, so. I'm not even in it. That's okay. You know what? Just to go down a little bit more. I'm trying to make like a straight line right to like my waist. Ooh, we're gonna go up in weight. But I'm liking that. I am really liking that. Gotta remember that for next time. Whew. So this gym has been pretty cool. I fuck with it. It kind of fucks. When I first came here, you know, I'd come from Crunch and I was thinking like, the equipment is a little older. Some of it's a lot older. I think that was my main concern. You know, there just wasn't a ton of amenities, but here I believe that they are extra, but they do have a like a cryo thing where you could, for recovery. They've got turf outside in addition to the whole fucking turf that they have taking up the center of the gym. They have a boxing ring. They've got more shit that I'm probably leaving out, but I mean, to be honest, when I was at Crunch, I wasn't really using my amenities that much anyway. Like they have a sauna too, but I never used the sauna. I stopped going to the classes, stopped going to the yoga classes, and yeah, I didn't really use the massage beds. So that being a point of contention for me, I just kind of thought like that didn't make sense. And ultimately, I'm looking for an experience where like I can come to the gym, enjoy myself, you know, have fun, get in a good workout. And not have to be on top of, you know, everybody and their mother. And there's just something about this place, like I said, it has character. I found myself really yearning for a place that had character, and Crunch just wasn't it. I mean, and it's a commercial gym, it's a massive chain, but just feels different. Okay, we could definitely go up in weight, and we shall. But dude, this is feeling fucking great. And when I say something's feeling good, it means if I can feel the intended muscle working, and that's what I want. When I do a set, I don't want to feel necessarily like sore or pumped all over if I'm trying to do a specific exercise for a specific muscle or muscle group. But this is like perfect, very big on the mind-muscle connection. You could argue whether or not, it's important, or to the degree at which it is important. But that's how I like to approach it. I just go off of feeling, and like if I'm feeling it, then I'm doing something right. If I'm not feeling it, then I probably need to adjust something. Typically it's less weight. You don't really need a lot of weight for a lot of things, but people don't think your dick is as big if you're not moving a lot of lead. This shit will humble you. A cue for this that I try to tell myself is proud chest or chest up, or look at where the cable's coming from. I tend to look down. I don't want to be looking down. I want to if I keep my head up looking that way, when I actually do go through the movement, I'm more likely to engage my lats, or the muscles that I'm actually trying to work. Not so much like my chest or tricep. Because with, like a downward push, like you could start using your lower chest. I'm trying not to do that. Some shit is unavoidable. Some shit, it just is what it is. Where I can make that separation, I try to. I just fucking ripped one. And with all the protein I've been consuming lately, especially the shakes. Let's move on. All right, we're gonna do these T-bar rows on this machine here, and this may be a mistake, don't really know, but I'm gonna try to do them with one arm. Did try a couple reps, and that felt challenging. I gotta keep my elbows tucked in, and this can kind of turn a little bit, not too much, but gives a little bit of play, so I'll have to kind of make sure I'm keeping that straight. In my head, it just makes sense to add that in to really just reinforce that movement, because as I start to flare, the thing is going to tilt. So I don't want that, and it gives me a visual cue too. But one thing I was thinking about before I started is that if you're like a math guy, or you like physics, and maybe you're considered a nerd or something like that, which there ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're like a kid in high school and never really worked out before, maybe wants to get into it, you can create a lot of exercises if you understand like force vectors. So I bring this up because I saw a TikTok earlier. This guy was on live, and he was doing incline press, right? So he was doing this incline press, and he had fucking McDonald's would be jealous of the arch that this man had. And I made a comment. I was like, hey, what are you trying to do this or that? Because if this way you're just hitting your chest, you're not really hitting upper chest, because at this point with the arch, your back is like here. So if you're just pushing the weight up and down, that's just like a normal bench press. You're kind of making things difficult for no reason at that point, and you're not even hitting what you're trying to hit. But he assured me that he was doing what, you know, he was hitting upper chest. Physics doesn't lie. So physics is saying, no, you're not. So if you kind of think of the line of pull or which direction the force should go to move the weight, if that is in line with the muscle fibers that you're trying to hit, you're in good shape. If not, you might be recruiting other muscles you didn't intend to, or just might not be hitting that muscle entirely. So, good to have some brains. What kind of fucking sign off was that? Let's get into this. Now, if you're like, my gym doesn't have a T-bar machine, how could I do this? This looked neat. Honestly, the feeling wasn't much different than like a single arm dumbbell row. So you could just do that off of a bench. But I do like to make things complicated for no reason. That is a life theme. You know, I had a 35 on there originally, and I took it off because like that's too much. But I'm probably gonna need to get that again. I'm kind of trying to put my elbow, like, trying to like hit my hip, in a sense. Whew. I think that was even. With my videos, or anybody's videos, you may see various exercises. Don't think that these are the exercises that you absolutely have to do, or else you're not going to grow. Yes, the exercises you choose will play a role in your growth and like how well you target a specific muscle. But what's more important is the way that I'm moving the weight and how I'm approaching each set. Again, it's not really the weight, you know, because weight is weight. It's just the resistance. But it's really how you use your muscles to move the weight that's going to have the greatest effect on your overall muscle growth and development, aside from genetics, because there's just some shit you just can't get around. But what's your version of going balls to the wall or giving it all your effort? Yeah, you may not look like, you know, the other guy, but you're doing your own version. Same thing if you use any performance enhancers, you still might not look like the next guy, but you will create your own version, that's for sure. Now, whether or not you like that version or accept that version, you can't guarantee that. And if you don't accept that version, and that is you, I want to say, hey, dude, you're killing it. You've done a great job. Be happy with you. And if you need help, you might want to see somebody. And there's no shame in that. But, you know, I wish you could be comfortable in the body that you're in. You know, because the fact that you have movement and you're able to go to the gym, that's a blessing. You know, not everybody has that luxury, and it is a luxury. Anything can happen to anybody. Learn to accept yourself. That's what we're doing. We're accepting ourselves, faults and all. Doesn't mean we can't improve, but hey, We are us, and we are showing up to improve, and that's the best that we can do. Come down a little bit. That was feeling better. All right, let's be done with this. We'll probably get some bicep stuff going because my back's kind of tired. Now, if you're a newbie, or if you're not, you may be wondering, like, why are there, all right, well, there's two different sets of handles. Which one do I grab? So, if you grab these outer ones, you're gonna flare your elbow out more. So then when you pull back, it's gonna be more of that upper mid back and rear delt. Whereas down here, your elbow is now down at like a 45-ish degree angle, and you coming back, you're probably still gonna get some rear delt, but you're focusing on your lats more. So there's pros and cons to using either of them. It just depends on what you're trying to train for and what you're trying to hit. Sweet. We're gonna do some cable curls with the little wavy bar guy. Yeah, all right, we're good. Do you want to go up a little bit though? Kind of preacher-esque. I have my elbows in front of my torso. Okay. Whew. We can go up a little bit more. But with these, I like to kind of, my hand is loose enough to where the bar can twist, but I'm like serving a tray. Like, here you go. Here's your hors d'oeuvres, sir. Really shortens. Gives you that bad boy right there. I definitely at least want to do something with this left arm specifically, because in these movements, my right arm tends to take over. It's annoying, but hey, it is what it is. Everybody typically has like a side that they favor, and you gotta work out that imbalance. You don't have to, actually. If you don't want to, you can just be like, fuck it, I'll look like a crab. Go right ahead. The lighting in this gym is also cooler than the other one, which that adds 10 pounds of muscle right there. Ooh. Whew. That gets heavy fast. Okay. Jesus Christ. Let's be done with this. Maybe we'll do some hammer curls now. Not bad. Not bad. I might feel the crossbody a little bit more, but we'll stick with this for at least, another set and then adjust. Oh, man. We're gonna go down. Poof. Okay, we'll start the next set with those. But yeah, that was quite the drop. My arms are getting tired. My arms fatigue hella fast. Whoop. Whoop. Boom. Can't even see it. About the size of an iPhone. You. Big old dick. Oh man. There we go. That's how we'll incorporate this. Okay, we gotta stop because my left arm is failing. Whew. Holy Christ. This is what I do between sets. I drink this, I can lay it in frame, but I drink this and I walk around. And I'm just doing laps. And fuck it. Oh man, hi Poppy. Holy shit. All right. That's it for this. What I'm trying to avoid here, I don't, sometimes you'll see people doing that, but I don't want to be, I don't want to shrug. It's not a shrug that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit my biceps / brachialis. So, and then you can get the brachioradialis if you flip it over. You're gonna kind of do one of these, but that's too heavy. Oh my God, put that. Oh, fuck me. Let's put this away. Real quick, look at the fucking size of this football field. This turf over here. It's massive. They normally have a class going on for, I don't know if it's just kids, but I've seen a lot of kids working here, doing football drills and whatnot. And then in here, they've got the trench, which I don't know what that means, but the equipment is green, so you know it's serious. So they got racks on racks on racks in here. They got dumbbells. They got basically more shit. They've got a lot of this stuff out there, but it's in here. It's in the green area with a little bit of red. All right, we're gonna do some this lat pull down machine, but I wanna do them isolaterally, so one arm at a time, just to really focus on each side. I'm thinking I'm nearing the end of this workout. I'm pretty fucking tired. Jesus Christ. You know, I thought that was going to be too heavy. Oh my God. And again, so if this helps you, visual cue, elbow. I'm trying to like kind of can make that connection right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think of also moving with my elbow. Not so much my hand. Not bringing my hand down here, but my elbow down to my hip. God, Jesus Christ. All right, let's wipe this off because we're not a fucking savage. And we put our shit away too. It's actually in the contract for this place, believe it or not, which we love to see. All right, I was trying to find something where I could do like a bicep curl with cables behind my body, but it wasn't really working out, so we're just gonna say fuck it and get the hell out of here. So that's gonna be it for this workout. I'm ready to go home, shower, and eat something. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, bud.